Hey family, we have a new crew tier with exclusive members only polls, messages, and content. We already have some videos live, like our skeleton key reading, a spirit animal bird reading, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button so you can go deeper down this experience with me. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. I'm excited to be back because it's been a really long time since we had one of these public readings. And obviously we love the secret admirer concept. It's almost Valentine's Day, real time for me. So I want to make sure I get y'all something out with that theme. So we will see who has a secret crush on you, their potential next move, okay? I have a lot that I want to talk about before we get into your pile selection. Yeah, exactly. I have like 2 key channeled messages that as soon as I prepared for this reading, right? So it's a whole deal, right? When I do collective readings, especially now that I have memberships, those are a little heavier in a less intense way because it's a smaller group of people. Doesn't mean that it will always be a smaller group of people, but in channeling it, it didn't feel like I was pulling from a heavy collective, right? So in me literally cleaning the table, I found a missing die, which brings us to the first set of messages, okay? Pay attention. There was a pile a while back. I don't rely on me. Like, I don't know exactly. I'm trying to help lead you. Those of you that like the little scavenger hunt, if you didn't pick that message, if you want to go see if it resonates along with whatever you have here today, try the secret admirer readings. I think it was the last 2 I did that were public. So it was either that really orange gold one that was in the fall, or it was the Christmas winter red and white one from the end of 2024. Okay, so if you're watching this in a time of sense, it's still in the playlist, but it was the 2 at the end of 2024. So the really gold orange one and the red and white one, you know, fall winter thing. So there was a pile where I threw dice, plural sense, right? I threw them and one jumped in the stack. I had a stack of crystals on this side, and I remember very vividly that it fell in there and there was a distinct message of some sense. I'm actually realizing someone had a personal reading, and I think that happened in the personal reading. So if you're watching now, that's your pile, okay? But yes, start there if you didn't choose the pile where that happened. If you did, you know, help out your friends in the comments and let them know which pile that was, okay? Because in me finding the crystal, not the crystal, in me finding the die, the missing die was actually the house one, in the stack of crystals after I cleaned, like as I was cleaning the table, I was like, let me throw these and see if there's a collective message. So something about something that's missing. After you clean up, you'll find it. Something missing internally. Once you clear space, you'll find it. Figuring out where you want to go, what you want to do with yourself, like in life in general, could be love related. Making space for whatever you feel is missing, even if you don't know what it is yet. Again, the die that was missing was the one that represents the houses in astrology. Okay, so if you want to look up the houses in astrology, you'll see that's kind of where everything sits. It's really specific to your natal chart, so it's going to be very specific. Some of you could be literal home based. Finding that very clearly, very vividly once you clean, cleanse, make space. Now, next portion of that channeled message is when I threw the die. I have Sun in Libra in the 2nd house. If that very specifically is your placement, you possibly have a Virgo rising, depends on the degree of the signs. You're in your right place, right space. Even if these readings aren't your thing, you just found it randomly in your suggestions because the symbols I use pull other things, right? So people that watch a lot of videos on like gardening may find me accidentally. People that watch a lot of videos on baking may find me accidentally. It's not intentional, but I've realized that actually recently, just because of how SEO works, right? Or it hit me, even though I know how SEO works, right? So if this is not normally your thing, if I'm like listing out things for you, this is your reading specifically. Or if the channel is calling you, welcome, you're in your right place, right space. So my Libra placements, okay? If your sun is in the second house, welcome. And those of you that like the number 2, I don't know if it's your life path, I don't know if it's your birthday, but number 2 is definitely here. I say that because it really wanted my attention beyond the second house sense, because when I was moving, I was grabbing it from where it fell, it flipped over to the number 11. So 11 reduces a 2. That's a thing. So all of you, if I'm calling out your placements, right? Sun in the second house, sun in Libra, even if you just have a prominent sun, even if the house is if the sun is transiting your second house when you find this, like something about this that's on my table is relevant to you right now, whether it's in a general sense or in a transit sense. And it could be somebody on your table already in reference to the secret admirer, okay? It's going to resonate differently because, again, it's a lot of you here. All right. So what else did I want to say about that? Yeah, no, that's all I needed to know. Making sure that those of you where this little thing here, it's you're in your right place, your right space, regardless of if this is something that I normally called you or not. If you are brand new from scratch, I love the from scratch phrase, okay? If you're brand new from scratch, you've never been on the channel before, and this is your first ever reading, and this calls you, you're in a new era of life, welcome. Start here, and wherever you're redirected, I would go there if you're interested, because new era, clean table, literally sage peppermint, cleansing, and then you hit the table, okay? All right, so who else is on my table? I mean, I feel like you guys really missed your messages. Don't worry, we have more messages coming. I'm not gonna post once a month publicly. That's not gonna be a consistent thing. I just got a lot that I'm working on right now, and I'm also revamping the channel, okay? So don't worry, I'm not gonna post the Secret Admirer reading once a month and you never hear from me beyond memberships, okay? That's not where we're headed as a channel. I have some new topics, one of which you will see next month publicly. Memberships, you will see that reading before this month ends, okay? Because I was already working on it with this one. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Who is somebody likes dried flowers? You're in your right place, right space. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And where is that other message? Jasmine. There you go. If that's your name, welcome, you're in your right place, right space. But really, Jasmine Flowers. Some of you are like, my name is a flower, so I wanted to come here. If your name is a flower, shout me in the comments. Welcome, you're in your right place, right space. This is definitely going to be your readings. But someone here is specifically looking for Jasmine Flowers. I apologize. I was not changing the thumbnail just because you wanted Jasmine Flowers today. In the future, I will try to put the Jasmine Flowers. I made a note, so stand by. It's actually a message that whatever the Jasmine has to say, whether it's because it's your name or because like that's your favorite flower, birthday flower, whatever it is, it's not a message you need quite yet. Now, in you wanting Jasmine today, wondering why it's not a Jasmine on here today, go to the lavender tea. It's the last public upload that I have, I think. It should be the last public upload that I have. I have the herbal latte honey thumbnail. Go there, okay? There's definitely messages there for you. In the meantime, as you wait for the Jasmine piles, you're free to pick piles here. You're free to pick piles all over the channel. But Jasmine, be on standby for when that comes, okay? That's the last of that message. Making sure that the people that wanted Jasmine were called here simply because you need to go to the lavender tea. All right, so let me see here. Okay, So let's start with your pile selection so that we can get to each of your piles. Before I was debating on whether or not I was going to go in detail of some of the concepts that have kept me away from the channel. May as well mention it. I have some new from scratch, it's still love-based reading concepts that I'm going to introduce. Like I mentioned, to membership first. You'll see it next month. And that's why we haven't had as many readings, is because I was figuring out what that was going to look like for you guys, so that yes, you have the series that you're used to, but you'll also have some new thumbnails and stuff to look at, okay? All right, so for those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to choose based on me verbally describing each pile, let's do it right now. Pile number 1, red orchids. Okay. Pile number 2 is deep red burgundy. I don't know why I need to be that specific, but some of you need me to be that specific. It is the rose. Okay, so deep red burgundy rose is pile 2. Pile number 3 is the pink tulip. And then pile number 4 is the white pink lily. Okay, I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my red orchids. Let's see who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. This pile is loose. I don't know what's going on. It feels very free. I'm like shuffling, getting to the position to do my pile number 1. I'm dropping the die again, losing the die. I find it Sagittarius based energy immediately. So I'm already getting a strong wave of higher education, just higher learning in general, people that read a lot of books, people that are very cultured, people that are well traveled, people that are highly imaginative, just because I also have the oh, never mind, wait, what happened? So dreams was legitimately here. I must have reset it when I was like shuffling, but yeah, you got abundance at the bottom. There is a chrysanthemum on the channel, but my deck made a liar out of me. Some of you, one of these people in your pile, maybe someone that made a liar out of you, or maybe you made a liar out of them. Like something, like I genuinely saw dreams at the bottom of the reset, and then it was abundance. So maybe dreams leading to abundance, whatever. Back to that Sagittarius based energy. It doesn't have to be any placements regarding you or this person. It's just the theme, right, of travel. I forgot, I wanted to throw out like spirituality, right? I heard philanthropy, but just philosophy, religion would fall in this category, right? Things like that. So these are key themes already just to get you going. Also, we lead with the dominant person that you would be most invested in. Abundance is a really good sign, okay? It feels like someone with a lot of knowledge, with a broad perspective, very open-minded, and doing very well, possibly as a result of being so expansive, because it is, Sagittarius energy is ruled by the planet of expansion, Jupiter, for those of you that don't know, right? So it's someone that's just like really expansive, whether in general or if they're just reaching a certain peak in life, all right? All right, so let's pull these cards. I'm going to get you an overview. All right, I'll take that. So right in your face, it like, see, notice you couldn't see it because I'm off camera, but flew towards me right off the top in the incoming position. So I'm going to take it. We'll see what this is. Memory. So we do have some forget-me-nots on the table, right? So memory could be someone that's remembering you, thinking of you, appreciating you. I heard the word, okay? Let me see what this is. Incoming happiness. Someone that has very fond memories of you. That's sweet. I love that. This is someone that, the person that's secretly admiring you, and I don't know if it's someone that's admiring you day to day from afar, or if it's someone that would be like, I heard remote watching. I don't know how that would apply. Like if they're watching your social media, things like that, or just asking about you. It's an incoming happiness. I mentioned this person being in an abundant state. Someone that's really happy when they think of you and reflect on you, okay? All right. Look who's back. Well, I don't know if I quite got the good shuffle. So this card was always meant to be here because I don't even know when it came. That's what I'm saying. Some of you, this is someone, and this could be you or them. It could be connected to you having a sudden wave of abundance, like a shocking, like some good luck hit you out of nowhere, or it hit this person out of nowhere, and that's what connects you to. Because I really don't know where this abundance card came from. I have no clue. Gold, yellow could be relevant colors for you. Okay, but we got somebody on the table that's very abundant and with an incoming state of happiness. And I love, love, love these messages already. It feels like someone that kind of has it together, or stepping into an era of having it together, or you're attracting this person as a result of having it together, right? Let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 1, my red orchids. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is not something about these red orchids. Like it reminds me of the cardinals. So if you're interested in the bird readings, go to the cardinals. I have all 3 in the bottom. Go to the cardinals and the bird playlist. There's a playlist on the channel. It should be like blessings revealed or something like that. Okay, right in your face, right? The happiness, incoming happiness right in your face. So there's someone in your face right now that's exceptionally happy. I don't know if they're like in your face 3D day to day, but if you pay attention, or again, past, present, and coming, in the near future, it'll hit you. This, or when this person makes whatever move, if they make a move, or if someone tells you something, it'll be very obvious who the main person in this pile is. Okay, just really happy, stepping into there, and like just in your face. All 3 of your cards came out at once. Okay, so let's see. We got an incoming energy of the Ace of Acorns. Letter A could be relevant for some of you. We have a creative force and confidence. Someone is high in life. I love it. I'm so happy for this person or you. Someone's just doing really, really well. And like I said, it could be both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. But again, there's always a polarity. This could be someone that's stepping into a really abundant era, or they're admiring you as you step into a really abundant era. And it just looks really promising. It's really looking good for them. So we've got the Queen of Feathers, perception and truth. I mentioned a lot of knowledge, right? A lot of higher knowledge, a lot of broad concepts, right? I mentioned that open-minded perspective, and we've got the 2 of crystals, which talks about balance and adaptability. Yeah, I mean, expansive, open-minded person, someone that's very growth oriented, someone that always likes to learn. It just feels like someone that's always looking for their next level up, right? And not in a shadow sense, but in a how can I be better, right? So what is this? It's someone that juggles a lot of things, someone that's very busy, always starting new projects, always having something to work on. Okay, and then I also see here a lot of different hobbies, right? Like this is someone that is abundant in the truest, most pure sense. They're not just financially stable, which I do feel like that. They're happy and fulfilled because they have a lot of things to occupy their time. So I always lead with who would be the best fit for you, where I feel your guides would most encourage you to go, because that's the point of channeling, right? Otherwise, I just read cards and tell you to do what you want, where your guides want you to go. This is someone that possibly could be single for long periods of time, not because they're not interested in love, or even if they stepped out of a connection, right? And they're single, because I'm single. This is someone that's single, okay? Because I know how y'all get. This is someone that's single, very busy, has a lot of things to keep them busy and fulfilled. Projects that they enjoy, hobbies that they enjoy, relationships that they like to nurture, okay? So let me see. 10 of Acorns, lots of responsibility, very dedicated to the things that they do, okay? Exactly. 10 of Acorns in the lighter sense is very, very busy. It's like having no free time. And that does sound shadow-like because that is a traditional shadow card. It says responsibility and dedication because those are the lighter attributes of having to be accountable, of having a lot of people relying on you, having a lot of commitments, things that you can't really back out of just because, right? That's this person. And so it could be someone with a tendency to get a little bit overwhelmed. We've got that juggling a lot of hats, a lot of things going on. So that could be this person's energy. But I do feel like whoever I'm describing, at the point of you getting the reading or when it begins to truly resonate, as you see who it is, right? Because it's secret. You don't know who it is. You may, you may, but if you don't, as you begin to see who it is, you'll realize, okay, all of this discipline, dedication, and responsibility has paid off for this person because they're reaping the rewards of it, okay? All right, so let me pull from Moonology. I'll get some of those love decks and close you out. We're about halfway through the reading, so we'll see. Pile number 1, my red orchids. Tell me more about these red orchids. Who's secretly admiring my red orchids? It's more than one person, I'll say that much for this pile, just because you got plural, right? It's my plural flowers. There we go. South Node. I mentioned we did see forget-me-nots. We did. Don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. South Node is where we're naturally gifted and talented. We, in the shadow sense, we can get a little bit complacent, a little bit lazy because it's what we're most familiar with doing. We're like, I'm good at this. I like that. And I don't need to grow. I don't need to be better. Let me just stick to what I'm good, my tried and true, right? That's where it becomes not a good thing. But the best sense of that is it's someone that you would be comfortable with, right? Someone that you would be very comfortable in being who you are naturally with, right? Like you don't have to put on a show, you don't have to perform, you don't have to be really busy if this energy mirrors you at all. Like you don't have to be busy, go, go, go. You can sit down and just enjoy this person's company without it having to be this performance, right? What I like to describe when I see matches, because we're looking at matches, which be on standby for that next reading. Even if you're not in memberships, you'll get it next month, okay? If you're watching real time. Matches and compatibility, right? The best matches are people where, okay, what does the connection look like? How well do you get along without the romance of it, right? Because 5th house energy is fun. You're dating, you're at like, I'm down in the land of Mardi Gras. So, you're at the parades, you're at the party, what does it look like when you're at home by yourself with this person with nothing to do and nothing going on? That's where this is best utilizing a connection, right? Like if you can just kind of sit together with nothing going on and still be happy, that's this person. So like that's what I mean when this is the type of person you'd be so comfortable with. This is actually a person you'd be comfortable kind of like sharing, I don't want to say your deepest, darkest secrets with. This is a person you would feel less judged by generally, okay? So if there's anyone around like that, then we've got step out of your comfort zone. Okay, well, I like it. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's incense. Look at me. And look at me. On the table. So I just lit some and I just cleaned the table. Look at me. I cleaned the table and then I just put it right back. It is what it is. When you physically clean and spiritual clean, right? Like it is what it is. So okay. North node, south node. Axis. Okay. So again, this is someone, I mentioned that comfort. This is someone that keeps you comfortable enough to where you will feel, if it progresses, very excited to pursue things that challenge you or learn something new, because that's what the stepping out of your comfort zone does. The balance of the south node, north node of, okay, this person challenges me enough to where I'm constantly growing and chasing my goals, but I'm also comfortable enough to where I don't burn out and overextend. That's the link, okay? So where do we want to go? Let's pull melanin pop. We can do melanin pop. And then how many of these? Oh, I got 3. We're good. We're good. Tell me more about this person. Let's help pile one. These red orchids, let's help them identify their key secret admirer or anyone else prominently on the table we need to be aware of. Tell me about this pile one, please. In your face. There's one in your face. There's another one, another 2, 3 here. And there's one way at the back of like 2 or 3 other ones. So you're a hot commodity. You're really popular. So like I said, one right in your face. Like several others that only briefly matter, right? Just to make you aware, like this is more of a letting you know you got a lot of people admiring you. But then there's one way underneath. So let me see. Who's in your face? We got a you don't own me. Freedom, alignment, aerial fitness. So someone that could be in the fitness, in the shape, could be someone that's really like spiritual, into like crystals and the chakras and things like that. Very free spirit, could be that Sagittarius based energy that I channeled at the very beginning. And then who is this hiding? Slow and steady, wise planning, meticulous, careful, delays. I get a wave of 2 sides where it's 2 people. I got this free new agey kind of spirit, and then I got one that's like very particular about engaging you. Like they might be shy. They're like, I don't know if pile one is interested in me, so I'm not gonna say much. I'm not gonna really interact. I'm just gonna like watch from afar. I'm gonna try to see what they like. That way, you know, if like when I feel comfortable talking to them or letting them know I'm interested in them, like I already have a feel for how they feel about me. Like that's this really meticulous energy. And like I said, I got this one that's like freedom, outside. Like one would run up to you, the other would run and hide. And I'm not kidding, okay? If we're talking about like 2 distinct personalities, where we have watch the really what is the concept? What is that attachment style? People that typically are very detached. Be mindful of those personality types, because some of you do have someone on the table that's like, I'm free, you don't own me, like I'm not interested in you, but at the same time, like it feels like someone that's possibly very hot and cold, right? Like just be mindful of someone that's really hot and cold with you. That's like, yeah, let's do this fun. And then like, oh, no, I don't want a relationship. If that's what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for fun and someone's looking for fun, that's different. But I just feel like a really hot and cold vibe on the table. So just be cognizant of that, okay? Because this could be one person that's hot and cold. Okay? This could also be someone that's like, I want to make sure that we're in alignment. So I want to take my time and just see if pile one and I are compatible just as people, right? Because that's a very smart approach. So I can appreciate that. We've also got time heals all wounds, trust, synchronicities, healings, and divine timing. The way that I phrased this was on a whim, okay? When I pulled out my Melanin Pop deck, it was on a whim. Go to the yellow gold piles. We definitely have readings there. I actually think I mentioned in the intro I tried to redirect a group of you, and I wasn't quite sure if I knew what I was talking about because I didn't fact check myself on my own channel. But there is a secret admirer reading. There's tons of, it's like yellow, gold, orange, okay? I made it in fall 2024 for those of you watching in a timeless sense, but it is in a playlist. It may be like 2 above this one in the playlist because they're in order, okay? But watch it, because some of you, there is a forget me not past energy of someone that maybe feels like they fumbled you, if that makes sense. Like, you know, they wanted to be free or whatever they did, however they did it, with don't let your past hold you back. And someone may be prepping to kind of step out of their comfort zone and engage you, pursue you, follow up with you. We do have a lot of transits real time that would actively what's the word I'm looking for, highlight that type of behavior. Like there's a lot of retrogrades, things like that would have a lot of backtracking based energy. So if you don't get wrapped up in that if you don't want to. But I do see someone that's like, let me just slowly try to ease my way back into pile one's life. Time heals all wounds. It's fine. And I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just making you aware there's someone observing you with that type of energy, okay? So let me, you know what, I like this deck. We'll go with this one. And then I'll pull from those last two just to see the feelings associated with the one we're going to encourage. And then we'll close you out. So tell me, because remember when I pulled this, I was kind of asking, like, tell us about who's observing the Power One in a way where we encourage it, or just if we just need to know, right? Like, it's either going to tell us, this was either supposed to tell us like who you want, or it's going to tell you anything that, like, anybody that's watching you that you just need to be cognizant of, whether or not you're interested, okay? And the past influence, whether you want it or not, whether it's someone that's clean and changed, they're there, okay? So let me see. Tell me one. I read Orchids. Yeah, I mean, I got a wave of time heals all wounds and a phoenix. There's someone that may try to shoot their shot from the past, okay? We got a new phase, a rekindle, renew, and growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. Now, some of you, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know. There's someone on the table, maybe at one point you were interested in, like, it doesn't have to be a chaotic ex. All of you are not dealing with that. It's not the thing, okay? Some of you, there's someone that maybe you were interested in at one point, and they're kind of reflecting, and I have changed mine. So it's like someone that maybe you were interested in that's now interested in you, and whether you're interested still is going to be different for all of you, but this person's like, it feels like someone's like, yeah, I'm interested in pile one. Let me see if I can shoot my shot. And watch that, because especially, I'm going to just throw myself into the pile real quick for y'all. Just as a person, right? Watch it if they see you as happy and abundant and they decide, oh, I'm interested in, pile one now that they are happy and abundant. Don't be engaging people, because that feels very like, feels like someone that may be using you in some way. Because why are you interested in pile one now that they're doing well? Right? Like, that's what I don't like. Okay? So just be cognizant of like your wins and things like that, especially when we talk about people that may have addictions. We have codependent, obsession, restraint, possessions, control, emotional block, especially when we talk about people with shadow habits, because addiction doesn't have to be literal addiction. It just be people with shadow tendencies, okay? And shadow tendencies could be using people, attaching to the people for the wrong reasons and things like that, okay? Especially someone that is trying to make sure like, oh, I've changed after being very shadow-like, okay? Whether to you or if you've observed them in that energy of behavior, okay? Because everyone that's shadow and you're like, is trying to engage you and is like, I've changed, doesn't have to be someone that did something to you directly. Like, if you're observant and you know someone and you've shared environments and spaces with someone, you know how they've treated other people. So, what's the definition of insanity? Like, if this is how you treat people, this is most likely how you will treat me, right? Like, that's a vibe that's on the table in the shadow sense, okay? So let me see. I've got this. I've got a golden mirror, a narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one side. Okay. So I'm just going to knock this shadow out. And I'm going to let you see the bottom. But what I'm going to do, just a little bit of time. It's not going to take that long. I'm going to pull maybe one or two more from Melon Pop, one or two more from here, okay? When I asked, who do you need to be aware of on your pile? Regardless of if you're interested, there's someone, whether it is a chaotic ex or just someone with shadow tendencies that maybe you were interested in them and you didn't realize, but when you realized, you left them alone. Or maybe just someone with shadow tendencies in general, and you know that, and you either rejected them or they just kind of know you're not the type to go for those shadow tendencies. That there's a person, at least one like that, lurking and observing you. It's not chaotic. Like, don't be like, oh my gosh, because I know how y'all get when we talk about spiritual cleansings and people like attaching to you. Like, some people are like, oh no, someone's attaching to, no, just, it's fine. If someone has a crush on you, it's fine. If someone is interested in you, it's fine. Even if it's someone that you're not gonna deal with, okay? Like, it's completely fine. But I'm just making you aware. I want you to use your discernment when you're engaging these people. So if this person makes a move, make sure you know who you're engaging, because there's at least one person in my pile one that's like, absolutely not. leave them alone. They're only interested in you because you're doing well. They have a shadow past they're pretending that they don't have, or pretending that they've changed from, whether you were on the receiving end of the shadow or not, right? Like, just because, like, if someone has a pattern of behavior, you know, you don't have to, I hope you don't need to be on the receiving end of a certain pattern to understand it, right? I don't want that for y'all. If someone has a pattern of behavior and the way they treat other people, you believe them that when they tell you who they are through their interactions with people, okay? Because I got somebody like that on my table when it comes to you, okay? And I'm losing my breath. So this could be someone that's like out of breath, trying to get back in shape. It could be someone, like we mentioned, this addiction that could be related to the breathing issues, whatever, because it's the breathing issue on my table and getting overheated. We got love. It says unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affection, and attraction, and selflessness. So watch it, because, and I mentioned, I'm gonna wrap it up, I promise, but this is important, the shadow, because this is my popular pile. You got a lot of people. You got more than one orchid in the group, okay? This person on the shadow side, very good at pretending to be like light in essence. And when I say that, I mean, this is someone that really good looking like they're loving, stable, grounded, relationship oriented. They're very good at maintaining that, either maintaining that reputation image, or they've done a good job of making it appear that they've changed and this is who they are now. But this card right here, spirit guides don't lie. The golden mirror is a narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided energy. Okay, some of you, this is someone that wouldn't be interested in you if you weren't doing well, which is why there's been a change of heart depending on who this is. Some of you, this is a person, I mentioned the addiction, the narcissist. I'm not using psychological terms in a literal sense. I mean personality and the way they interact with you. Very self-absorbed, very selfish, right? Their interest in you is based on the way you benefit them, whether it's emotional, physical, material, right? And the love is very connected to your happiness, your abundance, how well you're doing, how much it benefits them. Hence the freedom, you don't own me vibe. So watch that shadow, okay? It's someone that's like, yeah, I'm very fair, I'm very good, I'm very pure, I'm very loving, but this is not someone with love in their heart, okay? This is actually someone that possibly needs to go to therapy, because this combination feels like someone that doesn't know how to love anyone beyond themselves, if that, okay? So just watch it. So I'm gonna put, okay. So I know, Power One always does this to me, makes it super long. Yeah, especially when we talk about someone that's really rebellious in nature. And I don't mean inventive, I don't mean creative, I mean like doesn't conform well at all. Okay, so let me go here. All right. So tell me about the lighter side really quick. Hey, I'm so proud of you. If you consistently pick Pile 1, I've been keeping a tally, like a mental tally. Pile 1's been a little chaotic consistently for like the last 2-3 years that I've been doing the Secret Admirer. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know when it started, but at some point it shifted. Here, I've cleaned up the table. I've not done it that way before. So I was like, okay, let me just see all the people on the table. Boom, let me cut through the shadow, and now let me cut through light. And this is the cleanest I felt this pile. So now you got a clear, clean read of the shadow. We're going to push them all the way to the side of the table, because we're going to leave them where they are. And you know what? Before I pull really quick, time heals all wounds, and love, you're being encouraged to do like cleansings and things like that to make sure that you're in a healthy space to connect with people in a healthy way, so that you're not attracting or being attracted to these types of people. Okay, because this does feel like the shadow that is like, okay, let me prey on Pile One's ability to be forgiving, to be loving, to be caring, and let me just swoop in after the fact without, you know, depending on the history with this person. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm just gonna wait until I feel like they've let it go. And if you're the type to just let it go, that's why they just wait it out until they feel like they can just swoop back in. Y'all better stop. So tell me, the lighter side of this pile that my pile number one spirit team would engage. Ooh, would engage. So those of you that are a little bit woo, you have dreams or whatever, or you're just highly intuitive, your spirit team may be dropping hints, messages to this person. That's so sweet. Tell me about the lighter side of this pile. Yeah, because please get the shadow off my table. Look at them. They're this happiness, abundant energy. Okay, this is someone that's shining. They're very confident. They may really love music. We've got spotlight, dance, communication. So a performer, someone that is doing well. Someone that is happy without you. Letter P could be relevant since I don't know why I placed it there. We got a Phoenix rising. Someone I mentioned earlier reaching some type of a peak. Okay. And they're doing well on their own. That's what it is. Like, it feels like the shadow is more reliant on you if there's a history. And if there's not a history, it's someone that would be somewhat reliant on you, and not in a mutually beneficial way, because it's like, okay, I rely on you for this, you rely on me for that. It's not like that at all. Shadow is like a leeching vampiric energy. Okay, here we've got someone that's very prominent in their own personal identity on their own without needing support, right? Like, this is someone that if they're on hard times, they could 100% pull themselves out of it, and then you see them at their peak. You don't see them when they're down and out unless you're connected. Then you work through that together. But like, them single, you single, like, you kind of meet up, you know, after the fact. We got this sadness reverse, missing you. So again, that shadow is trying to peek out. I could foresee any past attachments that are on that shadow side being really upset about this lighter side. That's what that is. Okay, so just watch it. Those of you that have difficulty closing cycles, you watch it. We got the third eye, and you already know what I'm talking about. I said 2, so I got my 2. The color blue may be relevant. I've got the performer. Okay. I don't know why I'm being called all these letters and like acronyms and things like acronyms may be relevant. I got P, I've got T. This lighter side of my pile could be associated with blue, but there's a really intuitive energy of your spirit team may already be dropping hints, symbols to this person. That may be part of the observing of you, whether you're aware of them or not. When you realize who this is, this will be a person that may be like, oh, you know, I kind of had a feeling about you. I'm not sure what it was. I was just naturally pulled to you. So it's interested in getting to know you further. Okay, because in the high woo-woo side, it was like literally your spirit team like dropping hints like, hey, like, I noticed you've seen our child, pile number 1. You should go talk to them because we like you. Come over here. Like, I don't know. I'm just being really dramatic about the spirit team thing for whatever reason in this pile. I've got a parrot. Letter P is definitely relevant. Bright, vivacious, happy, loud, and colorful. Look at that. Look at all of this energy. This person is like a star. So if they're in school, they're like a top student. If they're like in the workplace, they're like the top performing person. Like, and I keep saying top performer, but like, it doesn't have to be that literal. It's just someone that's really like in tune with who they are, what they're good at in the South Node, where they need to grow, and where their journey is headed, right? Clear path of where I'm going in life, right? My direction in life. This isn't someone that's plagued with like addictions and things like that, because they know very much so who they are and who they want to be. Okay, my lighter side of the pile. I love this combination for the lighter side of the pile. It's divinely favored. So look at you, my pile number 1. I'm so glad to give you this positive read. I can't quite get, okay, so this is in my hand. I can't quite get it away. There's a backstabbing energy coming in. So heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. You watch that. You watch that. Because even this with the shadow parrots, just repeat what they hear, right? Performers, it's like a mask. Watch that shadow. It's someone that's not authentic, not genuine. They just do what they think should be done in the way that they think should be done, right? Like, it's a very mime-esque. It's a mime. It's a mimicking energy, right? It's someone that would backstab because, like, they don't really it feels like those shadow readings that I have in memberships, like that psychic attack reading that destiny swap reading. It feels like that kind of vibe, that shadow side. Okay, so watch it. Watch it. But tell me more about this lighter side. Thank you for the warning on the shadow. I'm certain Pile 1 will listen. Please listen, Pile 1, so that like when I do these readings, your spirit team stops throwing out the shadow so prominently. Because that's why that happens, by the way. Because there are piles where I don't see shadow. So when you pick piles where it's a heavy shadow and you feel like it kind of resonates, it's something you're not listening to day to day that you need to be cognizant of, okay? Like backstabbing energy, right? Because it feels like they keep throwing the shadow because you may be more likely to engage the shadow. So watch that, okay? Or at some point, you were more likely to engage the person that's on this shadow, okay? And I'm struggling to breathe still struggling to breathe. I got a teddy bear, interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, wanting a date. And they want you to be cognizant. The letter T is definitely relevant here because we have someone that's very sweet and kind in nature, genuinely. I'm going to put 3. I'm going to pull 3 for whatever reason. Because I don't know why. What am I doing right here? Wait, what is this? What am I doing? Yeah, I'm going to put another one because I don't know why I did that. So I'm going to take 3 from this deck for the lighter side, okay? So it feels like you're so wrapped up in traditionally or historically a certain person or personality type that you get wrapped up in this shadow where there's a really sweet, pure, interested in you person, right? Like I know I'm saying it weird because I'm reading the code words because I'm trying to figure out what I did here. The lighter side is very sweet. So just be cognizant of that and be aware of that. That's the main thing I keep hearing, and while I keep pausing, my lightest side, the person that your spirit team is encouraging towards that you would like, if you get to know, really sweet, really pure, a very innocent energy. You need to know that, okay? So let me get this other one. Tell me more about that lighter side. What does Pile 1 need to keep in mind regarding this person that's secretly admiring them that they need to know? Oh, you saw that? I didn't see that. I was looking to see what was going on, but I've got Sword and Rose, clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination. Very clear, very honest. When you realize the revelation I mentioned right in your face, very clear, very open, very honest. Parrot energy is very obvious energy. When things clear up for you, the revelation of my lightest and shadow side, realizing the shadow keeps them at bay, right? Like, because you're like, oh, I see this person for who they are, right? So that honor, that protection, that determination of that lightest side of the pile is going to be like a breath of fresh air. Let me see. And my third card that I got was mirror. Mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. My lighter side of the pile, they wanted me to pull a third one, but they did not want me to put it here on top of that narcissistic energy. Remember, I mentioned parrots mime. They mimic what you say. They mirror what you do in the worst way. So like this is someone that will pretend to match your energy in the best ways just for the sake of keeping you around. Pretend to be interested in the things you're interested in. Pretend to be interested in you. Pretend to be interested in your friends. Pretend to be interested in your family. Pretend to be attracted to you because it benefits them. Watch this shadow, because I got a golden mirror that looks very pretty, but it's not good for you. And I have a normal mirror here that may not necessarily look golden because it's not performative, right? At least not in acting, right? You know, this mirror is not acting. This mirror is genuine. This person genuinely has a lot in common with you. You have similar wounds. You think a lot. You reflect on yourself a lot. You mirror each other in the best ways. And that's why I see this time heals all wounds, love, and mirror on the lighter side, right? Like once you clear things up, or as you've done that, you'll see. Okay, let me get this. I'm gonna close you now. I'm gonna pull one love deck. Tell me this person's next move, or how one's next move should be regarding love from this deck, that deck, and I'll get you some advice. No. Okay, I gotta don't rush me vibe. I'll use these 2 love decks to tell you this person's potential next move, and then I'll give you advice really quick. Pile 1. Let me see. This is a pal. Your spirit team is talking to you. Go to the dream readings, go skeleton key readings, bird readings. You may be the parrot. Safe place and accountability. There's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you're protected by your partner's love. Honor and protection. Next move, create a safe space. The letters S is relevant, but this person feels like the type person that's like, let me create a safe space for pal number one. I really watch that karmic relationship. Like, I really want pal one to be comfortable around me. Some of you have clear trauma. You may have a certain quote unquote type that you're attracted to historically. This person can kind of feel it out. That's not them at all. And that's part of what has them in the shadows, admiring you or just being interested in you without pursuing you, because they may be able to clearly see that they're not your natural type for whatever reason. And something about your actual type, pile one, I don't know what you be doing like that, but that's why you're here watching my YouTube channel, because we do those types of healing readings and stuff. And y'all got me out of breath. I'm taking one for the team, okay? It's hot. I'm going to get some water. This person is like, I wonder if I can make pile one feel a little safer, opening up more to me so that I can see if we can have a genuine connection, because we've got accountability, okay? Someone needs to take accountability for their actions, and maybe you, your partner, or both of you. Acknowledging the effect of your behaviors allows you to move forward. This is someone that's very firm, very disciplined. The type of person, if they're interested in something, anything, relationship with someone, goal in life, their thing is, okay, what do I need to do to achieve this goal? That's the perspective. So they're like, how can I be accountable personally in creating a space within me so I can see if there's anything there with pile one. If I get rejected, that's fine, but I want to create a safe enough space because I can tell that pile one is wounded to where they can actively reject me clearly versus just being scared, traumatized, whatever the thing is, okay? Because we've got a harvest. You planted the seeds that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Someone that's doing really well on the lighter side, just doing so well, really seeing the benefits of their hard work. This is someone that's planting seeds, has planted seeds. That's why I keep saying in your face, has planted seeds, is planting seeds, will continue to plant seeds until they feel like it's safe enough to go for it, okay? So let me get this last card, pull your advice, and you're welcome, pile one. And I am glad that it feels like, even though it's still chaotic, you know, I'm not judging you. Even though your pile is still chaotic like it normally is, it was structured, right? We got an overview. We let the shadow hit the table. We pulled back. We clarified the lighter side and the connection to it. We got the next move on the lighter side after telling you the shadow side and what they're most likely to move in. And then I'm going to get you some advice. So this is a reversal. Oh no. Why we got a reversal? It's going to be related to this rebirth. We've got a performer and a safe space. So why is this in reverse? We got a wedding. The situation involves marriage. This is okay. Oh, and it's hiding the backstabbing. Got it. Okay. So light and shadow. Next move is to, for the shadow, just pretend to be, put on the show. Oh, I've changed. Let me be, performative. Hiding the backstabbing energy behind safe place, because I forgot that was there, right? You can see the cards. Like, I'm not making anything up. You can see them too. Put on the show, like, oh, I've changed. Let me show how one I've done. Like, I'm so safe. I'm commitment oriented, even though it's a whole lie. A whole lie. Okay? With the wedding. So stop that, okay? Now, my lighter side of the pile is someone that's going to create a safe place so that you don't feel like they're like actively looking to backstab you based on whatever trauma you may have. Because some of y'all in this pile are traumatized. We have healing readings on the channel. But this isn't someone that's going to try to go for a serious commitment with you until they feel like you're ready for it. They may get to know you slowly, surely. I mentioned the planting of seeds. Okay, so that's the approach. Making you feel like worthy, right? You deserve love. You're lovable. Making sure making sure you know that their interest in you is genuine and authentic, right? Because we have you deserve love and romantic feelings, right? Okay, making sure you know their feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay. Boom. Stable. This is someone that is stable. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay. Excuse me. I'm telling you, like, I'm a little overheated. The air is on. What? I'm about to get you advice, but I got to clear up this point. If we're talking about somebody that is completely like their finances are not stable at all, their career is not stable at all right now, shadow. And I say that because the lightest side of this pile, I'm not saying historically, I'm talking about when you find out, like when this person pursues you, right? Like when you're engaging this person romantically, when you realize there's an interest, a mutual interest, okay? They're not stable financially or career wise, and you are, red flag. If this person stepping in to a prosperous era, red flag. I mean, green flag. Look at me. Stepping into a prosperous era or stable in just in general, green flag. Not stable in their finances or career, red flag. No clear goals, red flag. Okay. Clear plan, green flag. Okay. Let me get your advice, close you out. A pile number 1. I'm proud of your growth. I feel like this is a pile that's grown. Even if it's slow and steady, its growth is not linear. Okay. I feel like in my history of reading this energy, this pile is actually a little more likely now to be interested in in the lighter side. Because I feel like I remember like doing this with my finger to y'all. Like, you stop chasing that old energy. That's not good for you. Okay, we got enjoy the experience. That's your advice. Okay, so what will bring you joy? What's going to make you happy, right? Be still. The strength is in the stillness. So enjoy the experience. The strength is in the stillness. Talks about allowing your heart to surrender everything to the moment. That's what it talks about. And that's hilariously what that card says. There you go. Okay. All right, so that is all I have for you today. My pile number 1. I'm hoping you enjoyed these red orchids. Go to the cardinal. I'm being told to make sure you know to go to the cardinal and the parrot if you don't know where to start with those bird readings. Okay, so hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. We have a lot of bonus readings in that Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 2, my deep red burgundy rose. Let's see who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. It's a little moody. It's a little, it's getting dark. It's a rainy day, which is the main reason why I'm also able to just sit here all day with y'all, because I'm not trying to weather the bad weather today, okay? I just need y'all to know, before I start looking in your secret admirer, because you're gonna like it. It's really good. It's really sweet already. I've already started to channel. But you as a person, you as an individual, sometimes your spirit teams like to catch you in the readings they know you're likely to go to. So they know you're going to watch the secret admirer reading, this should go to, and you may not watch the other ones, whether it's because you're just not interested, or if you're scared, or whatever reason you don't like the more woo-woo topics beyond the loved ones. If you not getting enough sleep, if you drinking too much caffeine, stop it now, okay? It's a little finger wag. Yeah, like I'm in here jumping at shadows. I don't normally do, like I got a good night's rest. Like I'm not, like I haven't had too much coffee or anything chaotic like that. And I didn't do that until I stepped into pile 2's energy. So like, I don't know if you're just really paranoid and you need to just like mellow out, or if you just have, like I said, like you had a little too much caffeine. Not drinking enough water can do that as well. Not sleeping enough, just real jumpy. Stop that, okay? So, on to the good stuff, your secret admirer. This is a person. So I got this sunflower appreciation. So I do have sunflower readings. And I also have here the 10 of crystals. And as soon as I saw the 10 of crystals, because it was the first one I saw at the bottom, I'm like, oh, this is someone who either your family thinks would be really good for you already, will at the point, right, past, present, and coming, their family feels like you're really good for them. And part of the secret admiration, I'll say, is like, I feel like this is a person who has family that admires you. Like, they may admire you actively or will as revelation starts to occur. So I think that's really sweet that it feels like a pile of like, oh, this person's family is very fond of you. Your family is very fond of this person. Like, their family's they think very highly of you. Like I said, this is the appreciation. Like, they really appreciate you as a person. They're like, oh, we're glad that Pile 2 is interested in this type of person. Things like that. Like, that's what I'm getting. So I like how that came through. And like I said, it's going to be varying degrees, right? Because some of you, I feel like I've channeled this before. So if you come from those piles historically, good for you. This is a confirmation of your energy. Some of you, it's active, right? It's like you're in an environment where there are family members and this person's admiring you and everybody kind of knows, but like, it's like, oh, you know, Pile 2 is so clueless that this person's interested in them, or like, you know, Pile 2 would really like this person, but that person's just so scared to engage Pile 2. Like, that would look so good, those two. Like, it could be active, or it could be okay, this person's interested in you, right? You may realize who it is on my table, or later down the line, if they make a move, you'll find out, and then the family and all will be like really headed over heels in love with you too. That's sweet. So let me get your overview, and I can tell you more about who this person is. So, who's secretly admiring my pile number 2? Yeah, it feels like a family that's admiring you as well, right? Like, it feels like family members actively admiring you. And it could be your own, because I'm not going to leave that out, okay? My pile number 2, my deep red burgundy rose. Tell me who's secretly admiring my rose pile. Who has a secret crush on my pile 2? Their potential next move, please. Who this person that everybody in the family likes, that everybody in their family likes, that they like the rose? Tell me who this is. I think it's a sweet pile, so I'm excited to read it for y'all. Tell me. Okay. And it landed towards me, so it's like it's gonna hit you, okay? I had appreciation at the bottom, and now I've got the bluebell brimstone of gratitude. Someone that's really grateful for your energy. So I don't know if there's someone you did something for. I mentioned the rain, y'all, so bear with me. I'll hold it up so you can see, because I want to get this reading done today. It's the only time I have to do it, if I'm being honest. I don't know what you did or how you did it, but there's something that this person is incredibly grateful for, and it seems family-based. So I don't know what that is. Let me see. Tell me more. We got endurance with a cactus. You may have made something very easy for them. This is someone that maybe you helped them in some way and made things very easy, or it could be someone that did that for you, and your family is grateful, and that's why your family is like really liking this person as you realize who they are admiring you, right? Because this could be someone that your family is encouraging you to pursue, that you're not aware is interested in you, or maybe you are, right? And you just don't realize they like you that much. Or it could be the other way around, right? Like, the family's encouraging them, like, yeah, you should go for pile number 2. You should go for that rose, because that would be good, right? So endurance and gratitude. Let me get more cards. Pile number 2. Tell me who has a secret crush on that pile 2. And as always, for those of you that are new, I do lead with the person that would be best for you. The one that you should be most interested in, even if maybe not quite. Because we lead with who you would be most interested in. But I've pushed the boundary of who you should be interested in as we channel, and what your spirit team would most value in a partner for you, okay? And where you're headed. Side note, there's a post that I want to make for memberships, and I kind of want to condense it and put it out for you guys publicly. It's about the transits, all of these Pisces transits this year, and kind of not wanting to be people, like, I don't want to encourage or ignore people that may be on here that may be experiencing like spiritual bypassing or like spiritual psychosis and things like that, because it's very common during like Pisces transits, because it's easy to get lost in the sauce for a lot of you. It's not a judgment thing. It's more of a making sure you're all grounded. That's one of the main reasons I'm pushing the boundary of, yeah, you got people secretly admiring you or person, but I want to make sure that as you get this reading, you resonate more with the one that your spirit team is like, I'm not manipulating the energy, like I'm channeling where your spirit team would lead you in the best way, okay? Versus where you're more likely to attach in an unhealthy sense. Doesn't mean it's gonna be sunshine and rainbows, but it just, at least it will be aligned and beneficial to you, okay? So tell me who is secretly admiring my child too. For whatever reason, you needed to know that message, okay? I've got a page of shells, intuition and inspiration. Letter I could be relevant. I got the page of shell. So this is someone that's really like exciting. Like this is someone that's really passionate. Like, so you know how I always say pages are messengers? They are. This is someone that's really like inspirational, possibly someone that's really like, I heard the word inventive, but they may be like an artist. A good depiction of that is someone that's like, yeah, I'm always sharing my art, by sharing my work. Like that's the description of this person, okay? So let me, what is this? Yes, messengers. This is a really good communicator. I've got the exploration and discovery. So, you know, letter E could be relevant. I don't know why I'm giving y'all so many symbols and acronyms today. It's a thing, okay? Roll with it. I'm rolling with it. 2 pages on my table talk about messages, clear communication, someone that would be or has been very clear in their interest for you. So I'm not saying this is someone that's already made it clear for you, but they definitely have expressed it to someone in some way that either it went over your head, maybe you just weren't initially interested. If you hear noise in the background, I apologize. That's rain, guys. Okay, it's raining. So, but something about communicating clearly how they feel, like making it obvious. So let me get my third card and see where we're going with this. Tell me about this person. Okay, a maturing energy of 9 of shells. We got gratitude 2 times. Who is this? And why are they so grateful? Right? Gratitude is a key word. So someone you would be really grateful for, or should, or someone that's really grateful for you. The 9 of shells feels like being very personally fulfilled, just feeling really good within yourself as an individual, very comfortable, very confident, and just, again, just feeling really good within as an individual. So someone that helps you feel that way, someone that's default setting is feeling and living life that way, okay? I have the King of Feathers, logic and justice. Okay. King of Feathers is very clear, like it's a crystal clear person, someone that's very analytical in nature. Because I now have a Page of Feathers and a King of Feathers, I'll just go ahead and say possibly someone more masculine in nature. My air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Highly intellectual being. I was gonna say creatures. I don't mean to call people creatures, but like, you know, air energy is very clear, whether it's sharp and direct or if it's poetic, like the Page of Shells, because that's another, like, right, this Page of Feathers is possibly a little more crisp and to the point. Page of Shells is a little more poetic, right? And this is someone with the ability to be both. Like they know how to be clear, they know how to be direct, they can be sharp if they need to, especially with the King of Feathers, because that is the swords, right? But they also know how to speak in a way, like they know how to sugarcoat things if they need to. Like if it's not a situation or setting where it's appropriate to be direct, they know how to dance around a topic to get the answer that makes most sense without it being offensive. All right, great job. I love this for you. I'm grabbing a deck that I don't think I was using today. This person is a communicator for sure, because I have another astrology deck. So when we talk about the mind and the way people communicate, someone that really loves words, they may read a lot, they may be into astrology, they may be into data, trends, analysis, things like that. Okay, someone that studies for sure. patterns, forecasts, things of that nature. I got the itchy nose. Those of you that know the superstition, whatever that means. Okay, I get it periodically, and I can never remember what it is. I know my grandmother is tired of me asking her what that means, because I always ask her. I'm like, "What's that mean? Why is my nose itching? Give me the superstition for that one." Let me see. Tell me, what is this? I got the North Node and Taurus energy, destined to be stable. This is someone that you could be destined to be stable with for sure, okay? Got the house 10. Hey, I mentioned that energy of being kind of direct. I mean, there's nothing much more direct than like stable Capricorn energy. In pile 1, I sent them to, I think, initially the cardinal as well as the parrot. Y'all need these bird readings. Look at you. My pile number 2, you're my sweet, sweet owl. I have 3, I believe, on the channel. So go back. Okay? And I always say redirections are not to pressure you to watch the channel. They're to support you on your journey. Because I do see you guys' comments where you're like, pick my pile, and I'm no. Pick your pile. But once you do, and it resonates, there are other piles that may support you and resonate if I tell you to go there. That's only if you want it, okay? But structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. House 10 is ruled by Capricorn energy, ruled by the Lord Saturn, okay? And Saturn is very disciplined, it's very structured. 10th house is social status, career, your reputation, someone that's very good at managing those areas of their life, someone that's attention is possibly primarily focused on those areas of life. Nine of Shells is someone that's personally fulfilled, right? Single energy. I always encourage you, single energy, and it's someone that takes great pleasure and pride in being successful in their career, okay? Very enduring, doing whatever they need to do to be successful there. I've got Scorpio energy. We've got intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Some of you, this is someone that's experiencing a rebirth in their career in the most exciting way. Some of you, this is someone that is revamping or taking their career to the next level, okay? This is someone that may have inherited the most fulfilling of circumstances in their career around the time frame of you realizing who this is, okay? Okay, let me see. I'll pull here. A lot of North Node, South Node energy has been on the table all day. It's for all of you selecting tiles today, okay? Who's secretly admiring my pile number 2, please? Who is this? Scorpio, placements. I referenced are someone that's very stable, not only in their career, but in their finances, right? So we talk about inheritances. Scorpio rules inheritances. It does rule like your ancestry. I mentioned this person's family. I got a lot of woo-woo energy in these piles lately, which the veil has been thin. It's a lot of transits and a lot of things that have been going on in the sky that have made it every type of reading, if you're channeling actively, feels woo, okay? So I feel like it may be a little bit an ancestral pile. I think I mentioned like family being like really interested, whether we're talking about family from the other side or family like in the 3D, because this is someone whose 3D family would like you. Like they just, like this is someone like, cause so a good example is if you know the family, even if you don't, when you get to know the family, as they're admiring you, getting to know you better, they're like, oh, we hit the jackpot in terms of son-in-law, daughter-in-law, whoever. Like, this is exactly what we wanted for our child, niece, nephew, whoever, right? Because it feels like inheriting something really good. It feels like being very stable. And we have this time to release negativity as well. I actually heard the releasing the negativity of concern. So I don't know this person's history, a type of people they've been attracted to. But Saturn is the planet, Saturn is the planet ruling Capricorn, a sign of lessons. Okay. Capricorn is also the sign of late bloomers. Okay. Some of you, this person's family was like, oh, I never thought you'd end up with anybody. You only care about your career. You only care about like what you got going on as an individual. I didn't think you'd partner anywhere. So I think it's sweet that this person's like, it doesn't feel like an admiration of just a person. It feels like this person's family is like, yes. And I did get that wave that I mentioned from a previous reading. I don't remember where from. I can't even help direct you. It was Secret Admirer, because that's the topic of like someone's there's like an older, possibly family member, could even be younger, that's like, no, I think we should get this person to talk to the rose, the Pao-Tu rose. Like the Pao-Tu rose is exactly what that person's interested in. Or even like, let me make sure this Pao-Tu rose doesn't know yet, but I got like a nephew, niece, whoever, like I'm telling you, it's gonna work out. I know what I'm talking about. Like I get that vibe of, yes, maybe there's someone secretly admiring you, but it could possibly also be incoming of like people that are like let's use the aunt example. Like there's an auntie that's like, oh, like no, I literally know this is gonna match. Like these two are gonna match, right? That's kind of the vibe of this pile. I think it's sweet. So let me keep pulling these cards. Let me see what Melon Pop has to say about the person secretly admiring my how-to for the rose. Let's help my pile number 2 identify this key person. Okay, I got 2 here. I may pull one more. Do you remember? We got memories, past lives, karmic, soulmates, reminiscing. So this could be a person that remembers you from some type of setting. It could be like a family gathering. It could be some type of community setting where like families would interact, things like that. Because that's what I'm getting. I normally get like a past ex vibe when I see that card. This is the first time I feel like I've read it, or one of those rare instances where I might have said this before and don't remember. I don't get past X energy from this main person at all. Like I get like, oh, maybe this person remembers you, or like the family remembers you, or your family remembers this person. They're like, oh yeah, I wonder, you know, like we should make sure that these two see each other or something like that. I've got, yeah, see, old school. Look at my 2 cards. I'm not making up the energy. I'm legitimately channeling, okay? For those of you that are new. We got vintage, chivalrous dates, courtship photos, right? Like someone here saying like, this person and you would look really good together. I don't know who this is, right? It's someone in your family, someone in their family, could be more than one, because I never limited it to to just one person. We just wanted to lead with that dominant person. But this is someone that has nice, fond memories of you, if they've engaged you at all, or if they saw you before, right? Right? Maybe they met you at like a family gathering, community event, and like you crossed their mind. They're like, oh, you know, I really was attracted to that rose, right? Nice energy. Someone here may have more of a vintage style, since we have that word. Like someone may have like an old school style, since these are 2 kind of past-based energies here. Yeah, so you know what, it's like toxicity within a group, secret family in a reverse. Now those could be applicable, like maybe there was some gossip somewhere, but community was in reverse just now. So someone may avoid community, may avoid family gatherings, may avoid some type of community settings. I heard events, and maybe that's the history of it. It's like someone's avoiding, or has avoided, or has a history of avoiding community settings, and that's kind of the bridge or the wondering, if that makes sense. But I've told you, groups, family, neighbors, polygamy is on the table for maybe that 0.5% of you where that might be a thing. But groups, family, neighbors, I'm telling you, this person could be a neighbor. This person could be part of your community. The person could be like a family friend. Like it's just something connected to family and community with this specific pile. And I like it a lot because I don't see any shadow or baggage. It's just everybody loves pile 2. Everybody loves the rose. Even if there's a clear person here on my table, even if you figure out, even if you don't, even their families admiring you, they're like, yes, the red rose Great job. Let me pull here. I'm going to get ready to close you out. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation, struck by love. You know, this is my Valentine's Day reading, and I love that the Cupid's arrow came out in the red rose, because you know that's the traditional Valentine's Day, you know, rose thing, right? But this, yeah, like some of you, this person, the next move may be they may ask you to be their Valentine. They may ask you on a date, right? It feels very Valentine's Day-esque, even if it's not real time for you when you find this reading, because these are timeless. I feel like the next move would be to be very romantic, right? I mentioned that poetic energy, so whatever they say, the way they say it, it's going to feel really good. It's going to be very flirtatious. It's not going to be very corny. It's going to be like, hey, like it feels like someone that has the potential to be very, very smooth, even in like dating, okay? Look at you. Great job. I'm not pulling anymore. We got a mask, hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslight, and personify. It could be someone that like masks, right? Before they feel confident, because this is someone that's very smooth, very romantic. So they're not going to make a move if they're like, I don't know how Pal 2 is going to take me. That's possibly the intervention of like community, like family members and friends, right? It's like this person may feel like let's say you meet this person at a family gathering, yours or theirs, who, if you're at their family gathering, they're going to ask the family member that brought you, like, hey, what's the story on Pal 2? I need to know because I'm interested in going to talk to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to talk to them if they're not single, if they have a chaotic life and things like that. So like this is a person that asks about you, or it's family members that's like, I already got a family member for Pal 2, right? I think Pal 2 would go good with this family member, so I'm already going to be strategic in bringing Pal 2 to this family gathering because I know this cousin's going to go for it. That's kind of what I got. Like, that's the wave of what we got, okay? All right. All right. Some of you got, like, there's a wave of you here that's got, like, a best friend. It's like, oh, my gosh. This is my best friend. I don't know why it hit me. It was hilarious. Some of you have like a best friend that's like, no, I have a best friend. And this best friend is single. I want this best friend to be like my close, like I want this best friend in my family so we can be best friends forever. So I got 10 cousins. All of them are single and successful. Somebody's biting the bait because look at the rose. Like somebody's going for the rose. And then I can keep the rose in my family and not just be friends. We can be like sisters, cousins, whatever, right? I heard that for some of you. So that is a specific message. I love that y'all are making friends that like, oh no, I need you in my family. That's sweet. I love that y'all are outside and in your communities, okay? So here we go. We got freedom. When we can be our truest selves, we are then able to freely love. This is someone that's very authentic. Any masking you see is this person kind of discretion. The word discretion is what I hear, right? Because we got somebody that's very into how they are perceived and their image and things like that. So that's what that mask is. When they're comfortable in a setting, when they're familiar enough with the person, when they feel like a person is going to receive them well, that's when you get this open, free, poetic energy, okay? So let me see. And I got forgive and heal. As you forgive and heal, your love life becomes brighter and healthier. It's not a person that holds grudges. Someone that's free, right? Letter F could be relevant, but this is someone that just, they don't hold grudges. They don't have a lot of baggage. They just focus on what they're focused on, pursue what they want to pursue. Okay? Okay. Let me see. Some of you, there's a specific conversation that's going on. Oh, yeah, and my nose is like really itchy out of nowhere. Just because of you, Pal 2. I didn't have that issue at all before I stepped into this pile with the itchy nose, okay? Some of you, there's specific conversation that the person interested in you, secretly admiring, is having with a family member, friend, something. They're basically like, if you're single, after some time or whatever, or since they last saw you or whatever, someone confirmed like, hey, Pal 2, they're single, they're free, you can go for it. Yeah, they were with that ex for however long or whatever, but like they're over that. Like they're not even worried about it anymore. So they don't have that baggage of like being traumatized from whatever connection or dealing with heartbreak. Like they're over that. So go for it. Like I feel like there's someone, like I don't know why this pile turned to that, but that's what it is. Like someone got the green light to flirt regardless of that, if that specific circumstance resonates. Okay. All right, so we got extend your lighthearted energy to others. We got somebody flirting after some sort of a separation, if we're talking about somebody that possibly wasn't available. Like this is someone that's going to flirt with you when they find out you're single. This is someone that's going to flirt with you if they see you again after quite some time, right? Those are the instances I'm seeing here. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I'm struggling with my nose. Like I'm itchy, I'm stopped up. If you got allergies, go take something for that, please. Okay. Definitely take something for that. Because I don't have allergies. And all of a sudden I got the itchy nose, okay? We got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. All right. Yeah. This is someone I, not in a selfish way, but they have a strong personality, they have a strong identity, right? They take care of themselves, they like to look good, they like to feel good, they like to experience good things, okay? And it feels mutual, and maybe that's what's making possibly other people connect you two together. But something about you, this person admires how you carry yourself, how you look, because they're very reputation minded. Like they care what other people think of them, they care how they're perceived. And something about you, they feel like they're interested in you, not only just because they find you attractive and want to get to know you better, they feel like you share that value of understanding that how you're perceived matters, right? Like that's what they think. Okay. All right, let me get your advice and get out of this energy. Take something for those allergies. Okay, let me see. And if that's not you, if you're like, don't yell at me for allergies, I don't have allergies. This person may have allergies. That's okay, but I'm stepping out of it, okay? So let me get your advice and close you out. Commit to your vision. Rise to the challenge. Well, keep being you. Keep being the best version of you. Keep chasing the things that you're passionate about. Keep being self-focused in the best way, right? Because love yourself first is mirroring that, because that's what's attracting this person to you. That's what has people thinking like, hey, I want to make sure I set Pile 2 up with somebody in my family. I want to make sure I set like Pile 2 up with this person. I think they'd be a good match. Like that's what has this person, their family, or someone's family wanting to set you up with people in their family admiring you, okay, is your commitment to your vision and you rising to the challenge that is life, okay? The bottom, I've got love yourself in all your phases. Please do, because if you're feeling self-conscious about this current era of life, whenever you stumble upon this video, like this is what's going on around you. People think that you're doing really well, even if you may not be quite where you want to be, because sometimes we get lost in the sauce of where we want to go versus, hey, look at how great I'm doing now, you know? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. We have a lot of exclusive readings in the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3. Let's see who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. So something about this pink tulip, because it's actually the most, like, obviously it's not in bloom, like it's closed up. So something about somebody being closed up, whether you or this person, which I mean they are the one hiding, if we're talking about someone admiring you without being clear and open in their interest for you. But something about this secret admirer, you know what, let me make sure those of you that are new are prepared. I don't think it's gonna be as relevant because I got a heavy light, but just in case, I gotta let you know. For those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. Now, the previous pile, I ended up using a deck that I did not want to use. So in me closing it up for your pile, the bottom of the deck intention was Uranus, which radically changed it, rules, shocks, and surprises. Now, it's relevant because maybe you're going to be very surprised at who's interested in you. Like some of you, it's going to be a shock, or it's a shock, whether it's a shock in you seeing them on the table, or if it's just a shock in general that this person's interested in you. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but so far it's feeling like a great thing as I channel. Okay, at the bottom here, I got Ace of Shells, happiness and abundance, and that is like a pure crush energy. It's like I'm really interested in this person that I see, right? Like I saw them wherever, met them wherever, came across their stuff online. You know, it's a digital age now, like, but I'm very interested in this person and getting to know them for real. I say that because we got prosperity, right? Happiness and abundance, prosperity. Here, look, I've got a new romantic cycle. It's beginning. I'm gonna stack these back, but like all of your bottoms of your decks, look, rags to riches. I've got and look, that shock that kind of goes with Uranus, right? So I'm telling you, there's a shock in the best way, because rags to riches implies a glow up, right? Regardless of whether or not we're talking financial, okay? Because remember, we're looking at a secret admirer. So some of you, it's like, this will be a person that you will perceive to be better than anyone you've engaged romantically before, okay? Like that's a thing. It's like, you know what? I can tell that I've grown and evolved as a person because the type of people that I am engaging is different. Some of you need that, okay? So let me see. Tell me. I know I sound like really hesitant. I really don't know why. This is an exciting energy coming in for pile 3. I don't know why I see like this. Even the sun is like looking like it's starting to come out. It's a rainy day, and the sun started to come out of this pile. So like it's a great energy, okay? Pink tulip. Tell me who's secretly admiring my pink tulip. I want to get a good shuffle. I don't want anybody in this pile to say I didn't shuffle the deck well enough. Let me see. Some of you are particular in that way. Good for you. Some of you, that's why the excitement, right? Like some of you are so particular when it comes to love and romance that it's like this person being interested in you, when you find out, you're like, yes, that's exactly what I want. I got it. I was wondering what that was. That's what it is. Some of you may be like, no, wait. Yes, absolutely yes. Okay, protection. The eucalyptus and the monarch butterfly. You know, I consider, when we think of butterflies, I don't normally read this card that way, but I think of like it's the traditional butterfly. Like when you think of a butterfly, you think of the monarch butterfly. So something about this person, when you think of something specific, there's something specific that when you think of it, you associate it with this person. Ooh, that's real specific. Shout out to y'all, personal readings and all of the things, because that's really specific for somebody. Like there's something you think of, and when you think of this thing, you think of this person, okay? All right. And it's a good thing. It's like it's not a bad thing. Protection implies strength. It implies endurance, right? It implies an unwavering cover, right? This may be someone that's very protective of you, whether that's something you're familiar with now. I mentioned we have this Ace of Shells at the bottom, so it's very, very early. It's like pure crush, so you may not realize this person has a protective side, especially when it comes to you, but that will be a key identifier at some point, okay? At the bottom, I've got confidence, okay? So confident, protective, protected, confident. This is someone that moves with confidence. This is not someone with fear in their heart. Like they are brave because they are confident that every move they make, they're safe, they're protected. Like, you know how people are really, and this is not negatively describing anyone, right? Because we can all get caught being nervous, right? But you know those personality types that are really nervous and they're unsure in what they want to do because like they get nervous and like they just like freeze up, or like they're like, oh, I don't want to do this thing. Not this person. They're confident in everything they do. This is the type of person, if you ask them, hey, do you have any regrets in life? Or even, not even life, like the way you did things this past week, the way you've engaged people this past week, your progression this past week, do you have any regrets? This person's like, no, I do not have regrets. Everything I do is with confidence. And if I don't get the result that I want, then that just means try again next time. It doesn't mean that I did the wrong thing. It means that there was a miscalculation somewhere. Ooh, that's a really particular person I just channeled. I mean, I like it, but like that's this personality type of this person. Okay? Look at you. Feels a little strict, I'm not gonna lie. So let me see. Tell me, strict is not a bad thing. It's not inherently a bad thing. Tell me about my pile number 3. Please, this pink tulip. Who is this secretly admiring the pink tulip? 4 steps. I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this. I do this. Very diligent about their routine. Okay? Not clumsy at all, like I'm being. Okay, we got the 8 of Feathers, courage and solutions. Okay. This is someone that will not move unless they're certain, right? Like they're not gonna move in anxiety. They're not gonna move when they're nervous. Like I don't want to say that they freeze up, like in the shadow sense, they may not budge at all if they're truly in chaos and uncertainty. But the reality is, it's like, no, I need to know what I like. I move with confidence. So if I'm not confident, I'm not moving. So that would be why this person would be in the more secret admirer energy, right? Because some of you are like, if this person's so confident, why are they hiding? Why am I getting a reading to see who's secretly admiring me? And this personality is popping up. Even if you don't know who it is, it can be confusing, right? It doesn't make sense because this person may not be sure with you, right? Like they need to see, right? So where are we going with this person? Tell me who this is. Page of Crystals. Got ideas. I mentioned being very disciplined. Like I said, it feels pure crush. Like it's an interest. Like this is someone that's like, no, I'm interested in the pile 3 for sure. I'm very interested in the pink tulip, but I need to make sure it makes sense. I need to make sure that it's practical. I need to make sure that this person is interested in me, right? Like if that's a thing, if there's any question, because I said it, but I'm going to repeat it. Pure crush. So this is not someone that really knows you, right? Even if they know of you, even if you're associates, if you know each other through networking, they do not know you. And that's the thing. Like if this person knew you, like if this was someone you saw like every single day, they sit next to you every day, you talk every day, this would not be a secret admirer pile. This would be a what are this person's intentions towards me pile, because they do not hesitate when they're confident. It's just there's a lack of familiarity between you and this person that's creating that secret admirer vibe. So let me see what's going on. 5 of Feathers, strategy, resilience. That is that personality type. Discipline, strategy. It's someone that's concerned about self-sabotaging with you. Like because they don't know you, they're like, I don't know if it's appropriate in the setting that I know pile 3 to even let them know that I like, you know what I'm saying? Like it feels like an associate or someone that you see in very specific type of setting that it's not that it's inappropriate to talk to people, but it's like, I don't want pile 3 to think that I be, you know, a good example, that I go to church and try to pick up women or men. I don't want pile 3 to think that I'm on my job trying to flirt with everybody. I don't want pile 3 to think that my priorities are out of whack. Page of Crystals could be priorities, right? And I mentioned discipline. I mentioned stability, like something about because they don't know you, wherever they find you interacting with you, they're like, this could be perceived so wrong in a way that turns pile 3 off, because this person's very self-aware. They're very confident in what they know and their perspective, and they're like, if I was pile 3, I would think that. You see what I'm saying? So let me see more. Yeah, transformation. So yeah, this person's hesitancy, and you should know who it is by the time I put this other the bottom of the deck down. It's someone that's uncomfortable engaging you in a situation setting they know you from. Like if it's class, if it's work, if it's networking event, if it's religious in nature, like if it's a situation where that's not what you're there to do, right? Like it feels like that's not what we're here for energy. Where this person would just be like, I'm like, if I encountered pile 4 somewhere else, it wouldn't even be a question. Like if I was out socializing for fun, I would just walk up to pile 3, but that's not the setting I see them. So I get it, this person. So it makes sense now, and you should know who I'm talking about. If you don't, then you will, when you go back to whatever settings, whatever, I heard the word regional thing, I heard the word quarterly thing, annual thing, weekly thing. Like it's a thing where it's like, that's not like this. Asking people for their numbers, asking people on dates is just not what we're here to do, and it could be perceived as inappropriate, right? Even if there's a mutual interest, it's like, yeah, I like let's like this person seeing your perspective of like, yeah, I am interested in this person, like you, the pink tulip, but do they do that all the time? Are they always at church, mosque, whatever? Like, are they always like asking men on dates at church? You know what I'm saying? Are they always like at work? They date people at their job. That could turn the right person off, right? And that's what they're trying to avoid, because this 5 of feathers and transformation, which is a death card, it's like, ooh, if I go about it the wrong way, that could just be it forever. Like this person's perception of me could be changed forever because they do not know me well enough to know that's not what I do. Okay? Because I don't think this person does that at all, because if they're too locked in on, I don't want to be perceived the wrong way by pile 3. Like I don't want pile 3 thinking that I'm inappropriate, right? Okay, this might be a little bit different. I feel like I've read this energy somewhat, but not like this. Everybody's got a bird today. Shout out to you all that support the bird readings. Those of you that do not support the non-love readings, I promise I'm not like offended. I'm really not. But part of the journey of these readings is your spirit team, as I channel, try to encourage you to evolve in other ways. So you may be the peacock, okay? Every pile has had a bird that's on the channel today from this deck, which all these cards and birds that I've done have come out in every single pile. So good for you. If you've been supporting me, I'm confirming. If you've already chosen, if you have not, this is an encouragement to go. I'm not pressuring you, I'm just letting you know, okay? And then I'm realizing that I put like a key on there. So if you're called to the skeleton key readings, go there. That is this energy here, okay? So judgment, the awakening card that I just put down. Do or die energy. It's like, if I go about it the wrong way, it's over with. That's it. Like it's over with. So so far I can see this person is a strategist. They are. And I don't know what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it. I'm gonna pull more to see. Maybe that's the shocking energy we saw at the beginning, because it feels like this was someone you took by surprise in their interest of you, or maybe they were shocked. Like, how there's those niche hobbies, right? Or like niche programs where you're like learning like a trade or something academically. They were shocked to see somebody like you there. It feels like let's say, give me a trade. Planes, right? Like you learning to fly planes, and this person's like, I did not think I would see a pink tulip learning to fly planes like me, right? Or learning like in school for plumbing, in school for to be like an electrician, like all of the little niche things, or you know what I mean, like all of those specific certifications that there's a specific personality type people associate with it. this person's shocked. They're like, no, I don't normally see pink tulips here. And so that's part of the shock. But also, in regards to the next move, it may surprise you because you may be surprised that one, that the person's interested in you, and two, that the person goes for it in the way that they go for it, or they may just pop up in a setting you would never see them in, because if this person doesn't muster up the energy to engage you in that setting that would be weird, I guess, they may try to find like, okay, where do they go for fun? And this person may try to like pop up somewhere where they know you're going to be socially. And that way, that kind of breaks the ice of like, yeah, I saw you in class and I wanted to talk to you, but you know, we were studying. I wasn't in the way. That's the vibe. So I like it. I like it a lot. I knew the energy here was good. There's no shadow beyond the person just being concerned that like you're gonna think there's a way that they're not if they engage you in the wrong way, in the wrong place, at the wrong time. All right, pink tulip. Tell me more about this pink tulip. Who's secretly admiring my pink tulip, please? And I understand this person's perspective too. They're like, you know what? I would like to get to know this pink tulip, but I also, because think of it this way, like you don't know how people are going to react to you. If this person's like concerned that like, if they're like doing something like with their career or like their certifications or their religion, they don't want like people around that setting being like, oh, look, they tried to flirt with the pink tulip. I knew that, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't want like people in certain settings thinking that they're a certain way, like thinking negatively, like, oh, they just come here to pick up romantic, you know, options, right? That doesn't look good. So I guess I can understand what the problem is. A new start is coming, new moon, fresh perspective, personal issue reaches resolution. Got a full moon in Cancer, which is Capricorn season. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm not meant to tell you the next move. Maybe the next move isn't even a conscious effort by this person, because I mentioned all of that shocking energy that I channeled and came at the bottom of the decks at the beginning of your pile. A personal issue reaches resolution. A new start is coming. I mean, it feels like there's going to be a shocking opening up for this person to do the thing. Okay? Like, I don't know what that is specifically. I do have that axis of home and family and career. So it could be through family, home and family. It could be through career too. Because of the nature of the topic I'm discussing and the specific situation, some of you, the person is going to go for it if it's career, academic, whatever setting. And then others of you, they're not going to be comfortable with that type of risk. They're going to try to go through like home, family approach. Okay, at least so far on my table. But it does, whatever it is going to be shocking, and I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as a comfortable thing. I feel like a personal issue reaches resolution is going to be a good shock. So tell me all these cards. Look at you, so much to say. Tell me about this person then. This pink tulip. Manifesting deja vu, patience, blissful in your dreams. Yeah, this is a person that thinks about you a lot. Those are roses. I don't know why I thought they were tulips, but maybe you came from pile 2. That's okay if you did. Good for you. Or maybe you came from another rose, another red rose on the channel. There are a bunch in the playlist for this series. I've got androgyny, ambiguity, sexual identity, gender expression, style. Some of you, this person is so multifaceted. In a way, you're going to be shocked. And part of the interest in you is the shock. Something about you, you seem out of place. Like something about this pink tulip. It's like, what's the pink tulip doing here? Like, I get it, but like, it doesn't make any sense that I'm seeing a pink tulip here in this place, this space. And it's intriguing because this person's like, I can't believe this pink tulip is interested in what I'm interested in this same way. They've got it. They're so multifaceted because no one would place them here with me doing this random niche hobby thing. Okay. Like, it's gonna shock you, them, whatever, okay? I've got money maker. I mentioned hustler, unique job, sex worker. Now, this could be literal, but this feels like that niche hobby, niche career path thing where it's like very specific enough to where you had to like actively seek it out, actively go. And again, I keep hearing, I'm not used to seeing pink tulips here, okay? I got more new start coming energy, pregnancy, new projects, children, new love. That's that crush energy, brand new from scratch, new. We got it at the beginning of the pile. I've got Oshun on my table. I've got Voodoo on my table. So sensuality, self-love, beauty, water, fertility, magic, practice, power, spell work, beliefs, rituals. Some of you, this could be something that is woo-woo in nature. I mentioned spiritual in nature, religious in nature, and that may be the inappropriate perception. Either way, this person seems to think that you're exceptionally attractive. The perception of this person, and I don't know how this is going to help you understand who it is. Maybe this is just the setting, the emphasis on the setting. This is somebody that's like, there's no way this pink tulip is here. Like, I just don't understand why the pink tulip is here. This is not the type of setting you see pink tulips. The pink tulip is way above what we're doing here. Okay? Like, that seems to be the perception. Let me see what's at the bottom. We've got addiction, excessive drinking, sex addict, unhealthy coping mechanisms. Okay, I see the protection, the unique hobby, niche, career, whatever. Some of you, this person doesn't even think whatever it is setting they know you from is safe. Like, if this is a risky possible career path, field, or hobby, like if it's risky, if it's a potential for danger, this person's like, this is way too dangerous for that pink tulip. Should not be in this danger. Okay? So I see a lot of career paths that align with that, and a lot of hobbies that also align with that as well. So you know you're in your right place, right space. This is where that person's from. You may actually, this person may actively like watch over you, whether you know it or not. This may be a person that like actively like is vocally protective over you in whatever training, right? Like I can even see like an example would be like military, things like that. Because that's what I'm getting. Like some of you, I even hear the words, the pink tulip is way too pretty to be in this. Okay, so whatever the thing is, okay? Let me knock it out. But in this person being so intrigued by the fact that you seem out of place in whatever situation, setting, whatever we're talking about, they can't quite shake it. They can't quite take, like, that is piquing their interest even more. One, because they're excited, like, it would be interesting to have a romantic partner that I can share this part of my life with, because something about this person, people they're usually attracted to are not interested in or participating in whatever this setting is. So that in and of itself is intriguing. Then the fact of the matter is there's a certain allure, a certain level of attraction they have for you that they're like not only are they attracted to you, they're really attracted to you in a way where they're a little fixated. It doesn't feel dangerous. It doesn't feel bad. It feels more protective, like a person that would watch over you in that setting. So tell me more about my pile 3, abundance. We had it multiple times at the beginning. Really abundant. Positive mindset, manifest, gratitude, bliss. This is a person that feels like they've been manifesting a partner like you. I'm going to leave it because I've got twin flames. It's a person that feels like they've been actively manifesting a partner like you. That's why we got the chaotic twin flame cards. Why we got Oshun, Voodoo. We got abundance. All of the things, okay? I feel like you'd work really well. So I'm going to pull from one from each of this. Since we got really specific, we can tell me more about this person and their interest in my pile number 3. I'll take one from this one from that with your advice and let it go, okay? Because I think we're done here. So detailed. Tell me about my pile number 3. This pink tulip. We got a spiritual awakening. This person's fixated on you in a way where they feel like ascending. If it's a spiritual religious setting at all, they feel like a blessing. They're shocked. They're like, my prayers have been answered. I've been actively praying for manifesting a partner with such and such qualities. I can't believe this pink tulip literally just walked in here. Okay, when we talk about religion, spirituality, when we talk about niche hobbies, right, niche career paths, this person's like, because a good example of this personality, just to wrap it up, why the shock would be, and it could be you as well, right? This is someone that may just go to work, do their hobby, go home. And so they were praying possibly for a partner. They're like, yeah, I'm hoping for love. I'm hoping for love. And if they're really spiritual religious, they don't go they're not social. So how are you going to beat somebody, right? And in them knowing that, they're like, I'll just focus on my stuff. Well, in them being very connected to their spirit and their religion, yeah, I'm getting a little woo-woo. Each pile had a taste of it. It feels like you kind of fell into their lab, and that's the interest right now. Okay? Is I was praying, manifesting a partner, and I thought I would have to go out and be social for it. But this person walked into my training. They walked into my job. They walked into my church. Like, you get what I'm saying? That seems to be the thing. And that's why the message here is your partner is sensing that there is something profoundly important about this connection. Look at you. Love it for you at the bottom. I've got family and friends. I mentioned that earlier. The support of family and friends may help strengthen this connection. If you were called to more than one pile, go for it. Go for it. This pile is very interesting. So let me get one more from my pink tulip. I got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And the rain is coming back. Feels very restricted. I mean, that is that restriction of that Eight of Feathers. So I'm going to let you know now. This person can't quite shake you. We've got this addiction. We've got codependency. In the shadow sense, it's obsession. But like in the lighter sense, it's like, man, I can't shake, pile 3. They keep crossing my mind. Like, in the healthiest sense, it's not someone that thinks about you all the time, but it's someone that's like, man, every time I think I mention, is this the pile? It is, because that monarch, I mentioned there's a specific thing you associate with this person. So, and this is how they see you. When they think of something specific, it reminds them of you, and they just can't quite shake you. And so that's the perception of, let me see about going for it. Right? So I'm like struggling. I'm struggling because now I feel like I'm clearing energy, which is good, because when I step into you guys' energies, I feel like I'm clearing something. I feel like I'm clearing that block. And doesn't mean I'm clearing it for you. It just means you're clearing something, or this person's clearing something as I step into your energy. So I mirror it because I'm channeling. The good thing is this person's going to get out of that block some kind of way, whether they take the shocking risk and just go for it in the setting that they're worried about you misinterpreting them in, or if they maneuver in a more strategic way, something a little more social with family, friends, whatever. Okay. All right. So advice from my pile number 3, my pink tulip. What advice do I have for my pink tulip here? What advice do I have for my pink tulip? Okay. And it is a maturing energy. So, I heard the words. I've said it before. I don't know where. You should have done it already. Some of you should have done it already. What is this? Remember where you came from. Number 2. Some of you are coming from pile 2. Remember where you came from. Remember where you came from. That's going to mean something different for all of you. Some of you, your advice is to remember where you came from, go back there. But it feels like this is a setting pile. This is a pile of a setting, a very specific circumstance and setting. Remember where you came from is a place. So something about a place, okay? That is your advice, is to remember where you came from. And maybe the bottom of the deck can help us in regards to that. The higher your vibe, the smaller your tribe. Look at you. I love it. You may be seeing master number 225. But remember where you came from. The higher your vibe, the smaller your tribe. So let me see. Small circle, family and friends. Something about the small circle of family and friends, okay? The higher your vibe, the smaller your tribe. Your advice is, 1, to maintain your high vibe and to maintain your small circle. But remember where you came from. I mean, this does feel general, like remember where you came from. The higher your vibe, the smaller your tribe. Like keep your circle small, because Ocean is on my table. That could be a general message for you. definitely want you to go to the peacock, especially since Oshun and voodoo came on the table. I know she is not associated with the voodoo religion. This is not a religious power. These are symbols, okay? But Oshun is associated with the peacock, so go to those readings. But remember where you came from. The higher vibe, the smaller your tribe, and just know something about this place. Keep your circle small, but utilize that small circle, okay? That seems to be your advice when it relates to this, okay? Yeah, okay. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the Krewe. We have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 4, my white pink lily. Let's see who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. This is my second pile today, where each bottom of the deck actively called my attention because it was like a clear pattern. So some of you, it's either, and this is either the person admiring you or their perception of you, right? It's a polarity. I just said it. Very Empress energy, like strong divine feminine energy. Very loving, very caring, instills love and care within someone. Like this is like an Empress vibe of like people are naturally attracted to you, fall in love with you very easily. And that's this person's perception of how they're experiencing you, or this is the person. Okay. And when I say the person, this is someone people fall in love with very easily, naturally lovable, naturally likable. All right. So I say that because I've got here the lilacs of love, and then I have here the beauty and abundance of the Empress. And then I have here the full moon eclipse may be a key period of time regarding this reading, this person, you. The next full moon eclipse real time will be the one in Virgo during Pisces season. So and be mindful of that if you're watching real time. That full moon eclipse in Virgo will be on the south node. So it's going to be touching the north node, south node axis globally. So it's going to be a big one in general, just for everybody. All right. So that's going to be a critical period of time. And then I'm seeing here, secret admirer. Had to let you see since that's the reading today, right? Crush, stranger love, daydreaming, surprises. Eclipses do bring surprises, so be mindful of that. And I've got the soulmates, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and life partner. So it's high vibes right now on the table. Really excited to read for the pile 4. So let me get back here. Let's get your overview so we can learn more about this person that is secretly admiring my white pink lily. Okay. Give me an overview for my pile number 4. My white pink lily, please. Give me an overview. Who's secretly admiring my white pink lily, please? A lot of people, okay? Well, give me the clearest. Before I see what that is, those of you that are new, with this reading, I originally would lead with who you would be most interested in. I've learned over the course of this series, let's push the boundary a little bit of who you should be most interested in and where your spirit guides would most prefer to lead you. All right. So you will see where you would be interested. You will see shadows that you may attach to. You will see shadows that you shouldn't be attaching to sometimes come through. But in all, I lead with that one that like, okay, this collective, and the spirit guides supporting this collective, what is best for them. And I'm not saying it's going to be sunshine and rainbows, but sometimes a lack of discernment, which these readings are here to help support you through, can get you put in some situations that really avoidable. All right, so let me see who's this. So, you know, some of you picking this pile, I saw that, but that map is feeling like an owl, and I'm getting flashbacks to a reading that I did like 2 years ago. I have an owl. I believe it's the first owl I've ever done. So go to the spirit animal playlist. The first owl I ever did. That's you. Everybody got a bird today. So I love it for you. But that specific owl is yours, okay? I've got the purple iris common map. I can't talk. So something about wisdom here, okay? And there's a map. So there's a journey. There's something, okay? All right. And my candle just burned out. So there's a cycle closing. That candle just burned out. It was lit at least 30 seconds ago. So it burned out when this wisdom came out, and I channeled that out. So and this is a white candle. It's just a white purifier candle, okay? So clearing of energy, purifying of energy, and an attainment and a gaining of some wisdom. Okay, this pile is actually channeling a song. I'm not writing all these notes because I genuinely, I don't have time. I may be making more thumbnails and other things today while I have the time. But if you know, like, there's some artists that make affirmation music. One of my favorites is, I think it's pronounced Coax Marie. There is a song called Wisdom. And like, I'm hearing the wisdom can only, what's the words? Wisdom can always come from mistakes, right? Because sometimes I put that on the background when I'm working because I like my little music, okay? But like, that's what it feels like. And this candle just burned out in a cleansing of space, okay? So go to this owl of wisdom and Coax Marie, like COAXMARIE, okay? They're on YouTube. So let me see. For those of you that like the little affirmation music, we got a honeysuckle of generosity. Oh, this is something about gaining wisdom. This is about gaining knowledge. This is someone that's really generous in their energy. That they share knowledge, they share wisdom. They may feel you do that, but the key identifier is someone that's like really eager to share wisdom with people, really eager to teach, really eager to put somebody on game, making sure you know like what to do. Like, this is a person that, like, if you're in a brand new setting or you don't know something that's going on, they're like, okay, now that you're brand new here, let me make sure you're ready. This is what you don't do. This is what you do. This is what I've learned through trial and error. I know they said this is what you should do, but that don't work. Do something. You know what I mean? Like, it's someone that's just like that. And what else? Like, that, I love that personality that's coming through. It's very interesting because it's someone that's, I mentioned that loving energy, caring, like, let me make sure you don't have to make the mistakes I made when I did this thing, whatever the thing is, okay? So look at you. I love it. Who is this? Tell me more about this person. Like, this is somebody that's like, okay, you're in a brain, like, let's say we'll a game, right? Like, there's this new strategy game. I'm talking too much. Somebody doesn't want me talking about games. I'm sorry. It's fine. Let me tell my story so I can get my point across. Like, let's say there's this new strategy game. This is a person that's like, okay, so listen, I came in, I know the rules say this, and I know this is what we're doing, but I put 2 and 2 together and I found this way to do this thing. And if you do it that way, way easier. You don't have to worry about it. It's less stress. Like, and it doesn't break the rules, whatever. Like, it just, that's what it feels like. It feels like a life hack person, actually. Let me see. Tell me more about my pile 4, my white pink lily, who's secretly admiring. Got the hermit. I mentioned that person that's like very life hacky. Hermit energy could be life hacky because it's very independent. It's like, if I got to do everything by myself, let me find some loopholes. Let me find some life hacks. Let me find some ways to make it easier, more efficient, right? And we got contemplation. We got the wisdom 2 times. Look at you. Something about really being wise. If whether that's this person perceiving you as that, whether it's this is someone you would consider to be this. The key word here is wisdom. And the hermit does talk about the routine required to gain wisdom, right? The only way you gain wisdom is through repetition. Like, right, if you do something one time, then it's just a coincidence. You do something multiple times, then there's a pattern for you to discern. That's kind of where it is. Someone with a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of attention to detail. It feels like because it rules the 6th house, right? I mentioned that. So health, wellness, making sure everything's together. The 6th house is the house of mundane things. It's not like sexy like all the other houses that everybody talks about with like love and money. Like 6th house is all of the discipline required to maintain all of the things in life, including life itself, right? It's where we're taking care of our physical bodies. It's where we're protecting our bodies from illness and injury. So like I said, it's a house that's not that sexy. It's ruled by Sun, Virgo, and Mercury, but you need everything that that house rules to just literally live. Okay, so this is a person that has a lot of knowledge regarding possibly routines, possibly work ethic, possibly just discipline in general, just efficient ways to take care of your body, efficient ways to be in shape, efficient ways to take care of your mind and be grounded in your mental health, right? Be rooted in the spiritual. My left hand is itching, whatever that means for you and your superstitions. Some of y'all stepped out today. Good for you. Okay. Maturing energy of transformation. We got transition and liberation. Okay, so that's some Scorpio energy hitting this table. 8th house of inheritances. This is a person that has a lot of knowledge that, like I mentioned, like they're very self-sufficient, so they're life hacky. Had to. Like, this is someone that's had to kind of go it alone. So they've had some key transitions, key periods of growth, because like they just had to fend for themselves. That's why this person has all this random knowledge, all this random facts, all of this random like shortcuts and things like that. It's because they literally with life had to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, so let me see. Tell me more. Who's no, it's too many. Let me get a good shuffle. Give me my last card from this deck in the bottom, please. Who's secretly admiring the phone before? I'm describing a personality. I'm describing like stuff, okay? And there's something about 2 because I was forced to take the 2. Whatever, it's fine. I got 10 of crystals, stability, and attainment. This is someone. This is an inheritance. So this person may have special gifts. This person may be very, when I say gifts, I said gifts and moved on. This person may have talents and gifts and like perspectives that they've inherited from previous generations, right? Like from their parents, their grandparents, and so on and so forth. Because it feels like someone is very connected to their ancestral lines. And find the way to make it fit for them specifically, right? Because while this person's really nifty and like handy of some sorts, there's a lot of that was kind of passed down. So like this person's very much like their parents, very much like their grandparents, right? It's like a lot of that is inherited. I don't know why it's relevant, but something about being passed down from parent to child, being just like their parent, right? Like, oh, this person's just like their parent. I don't know what that is, okay? But that's going to be an identifier of who this is, okay? We got the Hangman, patience and perspective. Okay. We got the Virgo Pisces axis now. This is a person that's inherited talents and skills, very lucrative for them in this life. Like everything that this person is successful at, sees the results of their labor towards, all things that they've inherited from their parents, grandparents, whatever. Like it feels like a bloodline based talent or talents that they are able to streamline. I heard the words, hone in, right? Because here we're talking about attention to detail. We're talking about being able to go in and have the efficiency to take it to the next level of possibly previous generations. Okay, like I know it can sound, well, it's not. It's like, okay, my grandparent did this, okay, and now here's my parent. Okay, they did good, they were all right, but look at me, I'm like nice. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really good at this business. I'm really good at this hobby that's become a business. Things like that. Okay, it feels like talents passed down. We got strength, courage, and endurance. It's Leo based energy. Pay attention to those eclipses. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with y'all got so many cards. That's why I didn't want this many. Lots of options, lots of opportunities this person has. Good for them. Pay attention to those eclipses I referenced, because I've got Virgo, Pisces on both ends of your cards. Okay, now I've got my Leo energy here, Scorpio energy here. Fixed seasons will be important as well. Very strong, very disciplined, very enduring person. Okay, had to, because it looks like someone that's taken skills that have spanned generations to the next level. Like I'm seeing more success than the people before me that did the same stuff or had the same skill set or were good at whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of where I'm at with this. Okay. Okay. Tell me more about this white pink lily. Who is secretly admiring my white pink lily, please? My white pink lily, please tell me what's going on here. Okay, great. You take that. I have the full moon in Sagittarius. So all of the mutable signs are here. We got Virgo, we got Pisces. Now we got the full moon in Sagittarius, what happens in Gemini season. So look at the bigger picture, attention to detail, a broad perspective. People like that are kind of destined for success. So that's what this wisdom is. So like I said, either you're seeing this person as very, very wise, or they're discerning some type of wisdom in you, right? Attention to detail, broad perspective as well, right? We got both signs ruled by the planet of communication of Mercury. So not only being able to discern and having the ability to do things, but also having the talent of communication to clearly explain it to others, because that's what it is. Like we can be talented, can be gifted, we can like, because think of, you know, those really smart intellectuals that just don't know how to explain anything. They understand what they understand, but they can't like break it down for other people. That's not this person, or that's not how this person perceives you. I feel like this is a pile of someone here with a really big brain or a lot of talent, very gifted in some way, but also has the ability to teach others to become the best version of themselves in whatever that is, right? So like if we're talking academic history, well, like teaches it in a way where everyone can understand and become an expert. Now, maybe not genius level, like possibly this pile. I'm being facetious with the word genius, but you get what I'm saying? It's like when we talk about the greats of every industry, like this is the greatest mind, and they break it down so everybody can be at least advanced at it, right? That's what I mean. I love it. This person thinks very highly of you, or this is someone you respect greatly. Good, good, good. Okay. Emotions are running high with the supermoon. Very passionate, very excited about knowledge. Whatever skills, talents this person has, they're not only very good at it, they're very excited and passionate about it. Okay, that's how you'll know. I'm trying to find, there were piles where it's like, okay, this is a specific situation setting, this is a specific person. I touched on a specific person here, but this seems to be this, maybe the setting is surrounding the stuff I'm talking around. Let me mind my business. Pile number 4, tell me more about this pink lily, please. Who's secretly admiring the pink lily? Who should they be engaging? And tell us this person's next move soon. So if this person thinks you're so brilliant, or if this is someone you consider to be so brilliant, what's the secrecy, right? Let's see. Tell me more about my pile number 4, please. Who secretly admiring? Okay. Ooh, look at me dropping stuff. Okay. Creation, conception, teamwork, new beginnings, create with me. Okay. Give me space. Time apart, boundaries, no contact. It feels like, okay, either you're busy, this person's busy. It feels like a no contact situation. So this person may be admiring you like from afar. They may be asking about you. They may be watching, like looking at your social media, regardless of which social media channel you use. But it feels like someone that's busy, that's working, right? Because we got creation, conception, teamwork. That feels like a building era. And we've got like a give me space, possibly time apart to prioritize that. Not saying this is someone you've engaged romantically at all. It just feels like a prioritization of something. I don't know what that would be, but it could be regarding all that I've talked about already. I'm going to pull 2 more just to clarify, and then I'll pull those love decks and close you out. Tell me more about what's going on here. What's all of that? We got incoming, hermit. This could be someone that stepped away, ducked off for personal reasons, personal time, self-reflection with the desert. Okay, so we got clarity, honesty, survival, wisdom, 3 times. There's somebody that sees you as wisdom or you see them as wisdom. Yes, I know I'm not using the word in the right context. I know it would be wise, but wisdom is the perception. It's 3 times. It's 3 times. Go to that owl that I channeled when I saw wisdom for the first time, because it's definitely going to be relevant. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. That could be in reference to someone possibly with Virgo placements or life path 9. That could be a thing as well. Okay. Real specific on the table. Look at you. But it feels like someone, okay, so they may be admiring you from afar if they're prioritizing wisdom specifically and things like that. Since I have it on my table 3 times, because desert is like self-discovery. I always associate it, like for those of you that are like in the Abrahamic faith, it's faiths plural because it's multiple, right? Like Moses in the desert, like finding God. Maybe that's what this person's doing. Maybe this person's finding themselves. Maybe this person's building up their wisdom in some specific academic sense. It just feels like someone that may be kind of working on something, building something, prioritizing something in some sense. All right. I promise you 2 more from this deck, so let's do it. But you got wisdom 3 times. That is your keyword for this person. You would associate this person with the word wisdom, whether you feel like you are wisdom to them or whether, you know, the other way around. 1 more, please. The bottom. There we go. In your face. So this is very obvious regarding this person. Voodoo. I reference spirituality and religion, so it doesn't have to be voodoo specifically. Remember, we use symbols to communicate across the broad audience and experiences you all have. Could be any religion, any spiritual practice where this doesn't resonate specifically, okay? Because we got magic, practice, power, spell work, beliefs, rituals. Those of you that are, in fact, woo-woo in some sense. This person may be doing some workings, low-key, to elevate in some way. It could be shadow work. It could be ascension. It could be prosperity. It feels like that's the thing. Okay. And if I'm reading you, if you know this is you, this person may be observing you from afar while you work on that. Like if that's what you're doing actively, or if you're in the spaces where that's happening and they're observing that, they're appreciating the wisdom you have regarding certain topics. But I do have an underlying subset of you where maybe you just laid low. If you're doing that or have done that, this person may be like wondering what the space is for. Like desert is like lost in the desert. What's going on? I got that vibe, and I've gotten it a little bit lately. If that's the case, maybe this is someone observing you on like what? Social media. They're wondering where you are. Things like that. Okay? Because they're like, yeah, I used to see that white pink lily all the time. What is that? We got third eye. So you should know who this is by now with the intuition, chakra, blue, telepathy, and perception. Look at you. I love it. Love it. I'm knocking everything over because I'm like fanning because we got incense. It's a woo-woo rainy day. I'm going to pull up the last few decks and close you out. But anyone you would associate with anything woo-woo in nature would be on the table as well. I did want to clarify that. I didn't want it to get lost in general message, and I am talking too much because I got the rest. There's no need for a rest. I've been taking breaks between the piles, so no need for a rest. Let me see. Some of you don't want me talking about who this is because you don't want me to say that it's who it is. Some of you get really easily embarrassed, I realize. Like, some of you are really shy. If you like, because some of you are realizing who this is, you're shy. You're like, oh, stop telling my business, Onyx. Please stop telling my business. And then some of you are shy. Some of you, this person shy, and they wouldn't want you to know. At least not quite yet, okay? Because it feels like someone that may possibly be a little bit content admiring you if they're in some type of hermit mode, okay? We got abundance and healthy choices. Yeah, someone that's prioritizing these things. Abundance, positive mindset, manifest gratitude and bliss and blessings. We got healthy choices, self-love, self-care, being happier, love, and life. I love it. Someone's prioritizing that 6th house, okay? Someone that prioritizes their 6th house. So this could be someone that is out and they just look good. They have the highest expression because you can tell they take care of themselves internally, externally, as well as their mind. And we got ascending. And then there's a group that's like in the shadows, possibly in hermit mode, working on those things, right? Ascending, learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. Either way, this person's going to be really good when you realize, because like I said, the inside hermit mode version is ascending, and I guess the next move will come whenever this person's no longer in whatever hermit mode, or if you step out of hermit mode, because you could be the hermit mode, right? Remember. Otherwise, it's someone that has had periods like that for development where they prioritize the self and weren't like really outside as much or just active with other people as much, so that they could prioritize their healthy choices, right? Health, wellness, and things, as well as their abundance. I like that a lot. So tell me more about this person, and then we'll get ready to get your advice. My pile number 4, please. My white, pink, lily. Tell me more about this person. Some of you, it could be spiritual in nature. Like, right, I've got have faith, right? So trust and believe that love is here to stay this time around. Don't let fear or doubt interfere. Trust the divine. That feels like, look at the bigger picture. We've got missed chances. Have you considered all of your options? Did you give it everything in the end? We only regret the chances that we didn't take. Some of you, it could be someone that regrets not pursuing you when they feel like they had the opportunity to, especially if you went hermit mode. If they went hermit mode, they feel like they missed an opportunity to pursue you before they did that or needed to do that. I get that here, but it's someone that's optimistic. And this makes sense with the secret admirer pile. It feels like someone that's optimistic that they will have an opportunity to kind of engage you at some point in the near future, because we have to have faith with mischances. Like, yeah, you know, I didn't handle this the right way, but wisdom, right? Like the affirmations on wisdom can always come from mistakes, right? Let me see. Tell me more. There we go. I mentioned that retreat. There is someone disconnected from the world for sure, right? Because that's what it says. It's time to disconnect from the world. Someone has disconnected from the world or a person. And I mean, that's life, right? Sometimes it happens, but we do have playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Could be inner child work, but there is a retreat to prioritize some type of health, ascension, mental knowledge, career, whatever it is. It's somebody trying to ascend on some plane. And I guess after that, we have a playfulness entering in. And it's weird and odd for me because I feel like I'm like not reading the last portion of this pile clearly. I feel like I'm reading it in fragments, but I feel like these fragments make sense to you, okay? Because you got voodoo and third eye, which means you're interpreting what I'm reading the right way. So let me get your advice. I'm going to close you out, and y'all can be excited for all the new readings that are coming on the channel soon. So tell me my advice for my pink white lily. We've got, how blessed are you to be able to live in your biggest expression? Look at the bigger picture. How blessed are you to be able to live in your biggest expression? That's your advice. So if you're, especially if you're in, because somebody here's hermit mode, was in hermit mode, whether you, this person, something, okay, and it's feeling like it was separation, whatever. If you're hermit mode, it's saying, how blessed are you to ascend so that you are able to live in your biggest expression? And I am talking too much because I do not have a raspy voice. There was a pile that had me like sniffling. My nose was itching really bad. Notice it's not doing that. If you pick that pile too, like if you're sick, please take something. Please go to the doctor, because if you pick the pile with this itchy nose and the one where I'm like really raspy, you better take care of that. But because they weren't even back to back. So excuses are heavier than resistance. Wisdom can always come from mistakes. When we talk about mischances and things like that, okay? Excuses are heavier than resistance. How blessed are you to be able to live in your biggest expression? It's saying, go for it if that's you, right? Like, don't make excuses, right? And then the how blessed are you to be able to live in your biggest expression says you can live as expansively as you would like. It's up to you. The choice is yours, how you proceed, how you act, how you engage. All right. Let me get out of this pile. Now that my throat's all raspy with you, I'm going to close it out so I don't have to do it anymore. That is all I have for you today, my pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. We've got a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching.